Compare iPhone X and iPhone XR, what to choose? Spoiler, the new iPhone is very good. There is an opinion that it is better to buy last year's flagship than a new middle-class model. In the world of Android smartphones, this rule works perfectly, but can it be applied to the realm of Apple? For this, we took last year's iPhone X and the newest iPhone XR. Calling the iPhone XR a middle-class phone doesn't turn around, it's almost top-level, but somewhat simplified. How much are? An important point, the iPhone X is out of production, the remnants of the batches are still being sold, but Apple is banking on the iPhone XS along with the iPhone XR. Prices for iPhone X 64GB start at $1,000, iPhone XR 64GB costs from $1,100. As you can see, so far the iPhone X is a bit cheaper. What is inside? With each generation, the performance is getting higher, while software developers have to make more efforts to make it all work quickly and without lags. The iPhone XR has the same modern processor as the top-end iPhone XS, A12, while the iPhone X has last year's Apple A11. We ran the tests, the results in favor of the new model, but it would be strange if she lost. At the same time, there is no need to talk about any brutal increase in power. How to use all this potential is a good question. The main thing is that he is in enough for a long time. Pleasant moment, iPhone XR comes with 64, 128 and 256 GB of memory, while the choice for iPhone X is limited to 64 and 256 GB, and the most practical option for 128 GB is not provided in principle. Screen, excellent 5.8-inch OLED in iPhone X versus 6.1-inch LCD IPS in iPhone XR, where is the best display? I like the screen in the iPhone X more, there is a perfect black color. But the iPhone XR has more diagonal for the same money. You get true tone in both devices, this is when the colors on the screen adjust to the lighting. But if 3D Touch is working on iPhone X, then the iPhone XR is already a simplified version, haptic touch. What they are fundamentally different, told in this material. Another point is the framework. In the courtyard of the end of 2018, Chinese companies use the surface as efficiently as possible, cutting the frame to a minimum. And what about Apple? She goes her own way, not soared on this account completely. But if the iPhone X frames were just thick, then in the iPhone XR they are already very thick. You ask, what's so bad about that? Yes, in principle, there is nothing terrible, it doesn't affect work, it's just not very beautiful, that's all. Dimensions and sensations, like phones in black colors, and nothing can be done about it. I think that the iPhone XR in a gloomy black color will hang in the top sales. In my opinion, the option is so-so. The phone has a large frame, and with the black sidewalls, they visually become even wider and thicker. Therefore, I advise you to look at other color combinations, although this is a matter of taste. Although if you put your phone in the case, then it makes no difference what color the device will be. But I do not like covers, so out of habit I still pay attention to appearance. In the case of the iPhone, the XR cannot be distinguished from X at first glance. The same mono eyebrow, in front, they are like twins, except that the XR is a bit larger. But this is noticeable only during a direct comparison, when two phones lie nearby. It is more pleasant to hold iPhone X in your hand, it has a steel, not aluminum frame, but again, if you hide the phone in the case, you will not feel it. Behind the difference is a bit more, the iPhone XR has one single camera, while the X has a double module, but let's talk about the quality of the shooting later in the text. The camera, as shown by our field trials, takes pictures of the iPhone XR very well. So good that last year's iPhone X looks noticeably worse on its background. Is it possible? In general, when I just got hold of the iPhone XR and went to take a picture on it, the mood was very skeptical. And if you look at the pictures on the phone's screen, the frames on the OLED display of the iPhone X looked better. But then I sent everything to the big iMac, and the situation changed in favor of the iPhone XR. According to the characteristics of the camera, iPhone XR easier. The portrait mode also works for him, but the software is responsible for the task, while in the iPhone X both the software and the second camera help. The iPhone XR has fewer additional modes when shooting portraits, 3 instead of 5. In addition, the iPhone XR recognizes only people in portrait mode, while on the iPhone X you can shoot everything. Pay attention to this point. iPhone XR has improved the quality of audio recording, now it is stereo and not mono, as in iPhone X.